I didn't plan on replacing my screens. In fact, when these arrived, I assumed they'd be another interesting experiment, something I'd test for a week and then put back on the shelf. But that didn't happen. Instead, I caught myself not turning on the TV, not reaching for the tablet. Even my laptop started feeling like a compromise instead of a solution. And that's when it hit me. It wasn't that my screens got worse. It's that I'd gotten used to something better. When I opened the RayNeo Air 4 Pro, I realized something interesting. They sent over two versions, the standard Air 4 Pro and the limited Batman Collaboration Edition, which actually includes two interchangeable masks, Batman and Joker. Same hardware underneath, but two very different personalities on the outside. It feels curated. The packaging, the detailing, the accents all lean into that darker, Gotham-inspired aesthetic, without becoming gimmicky. It's subtle, but deliberate. And when you place both versions side by side, you immediately see it. One is clean and minimal. The other has presence. The first time I put on the Batman edition, I started with the Joker mask. Personally, I prefer it. It's bold, a bit rebellious, and visually more expressive. But the Batman mask leans darker and more minimalist, which fits perfectly with cinematic content. Then I switched to the standard version. Same display performance, same brightness, same HDR capability. But visually, the feeling is different. One is neutral and minimal. The other feels like you're putting on a themed cinematic device. RayNeo also offers something called Pocket TV. It's a compact Android-based device with 3 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage, expandable up to 2 TB via microSD. It supports local playback, Google Assistant voice control, and includes a 6,500 mAh battery rated for up to 5.5 hours of viewing. That means the Air 4 Pro can function as a completely standalone wearable cinema. Before I explain why it looks like this, it's worth putting it in context. Most AR glasses I've tested are still SDR displays with 8-bit color. They give you the screen, but the image can look flatter, especially in darker scenes. Air 4 Pro is different. It supports HDR10 with 10-bit color and up to 1,200 nits of brightness, which puts it in a different class visually. And the reason it looks like that isn't accidental. RayNeo built these around Pixelworks Vision 4000 processor, which supports HDR10 and uses AI to convert standard SDR content into HDR in real time. That means even regular videos gain more contrast and depth. You don't just get brighter highlights, you get a stronger separation between light and shadow. When you compare SDR and HDR side by side, the difference isn't subtle. The HDR version feels more dimensional, more cinematic, more alive. And that's not marketing language. You can actually see it. After a few days, I realized something. I wasn't choosing between versions based on performance. I was choosing based on mood, standard for everyday work and casual watching. And the Batman edition when I wanted more personality. Between the two masks, I kept going back to Joker. It just feels bolder. Then there's the sound. The Air 4 Pro is co-tuned with Bang & Olufsen, and that tuning is noticeable. The soundstage feels wider than you expect from something integrated into glasses. You get different audio modes depending on the environment. Surround for immersion, standard for everyday use, and whisper mode when you're in public and want to minimize leakage. It's not trying to replace dedicated headphones, but it absolutely completes the cinematic experience these glasses are aiming for. One feature I didn't expect to use much ended up being surprisingly engaging. Through the RayNeo XR app, you can convert 2D photos and videos into 3D with a single tap. When I tried it with personal footage, travel clips, everyday moments, it added depth in a way that made those memories feel closer. Not dramatically different, just subtly more immersive. And sometimes that's enough. Brightness alone doesn't solve everything though. Glare usually ruins the experience with wearable displays. RayNeo uses something called HueView 2.0 to reduce glare interference, and that matters more than the spec sheet suggests. Sitting near a window, in a bright room, even with strong light sources behind you, the image remains stable and readable. That's when it stops feeling like a demo device and starts feeling practical. So yeah, I didn't plan to replace my screens, but the RayNeo Air 4 Pro changed the habit. I stopped looking for the perfect place to watch something because the best screen was already with me. Now, who is this actually for? If you're tech savvy and curious about where display technology is going, this makes sense. And if you're a Batman fan, the limited edition version feels less like a device and more like collectible tech. Early bird pricing starts at $249 for the standard version and $269 for the Batman edition.